Welcome back to Simply Living Mama. Today I'm going to take you along as I use my grain mill for the very first time. I am going to be creating several things in my kitchen with fresh milled grains and some without, and I am also going to be chatting about what the Lord has been teaching me. Once the kiddos were in bed and we enjoyed our dinner, I decided to whip up some sourdough so I could make it the following day. I did have some leftover fresh milled grain, which you need to keep in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna experiment a little bit and see what the best ratios are to get the perfect artisan loaf of bread. I really enjoy the quiet of the night. I personally am a night owl, which I love to stay up a little too late just to get things done, to spend time with the Lord, with my husband, and just relax. And how I relax most is in the kitchen. My very first sourdough starter that I received from a friend was actually made from potato flakes. And I love this for our cinnamon rolls and our regular rolls. It is just so good and so easy to make. Honestly, I feel like it's easier than the sourdough. You do have to use a little more ingredients, but I think it's personally worth it. If that's something that you would like a whole nother video on, let me know and I can do a video over my potato flake sourdough starter. It's the next morning, so I decided to whip up some buckwheat pancakes with my Nutri-Mill. I really enjoy this Nutri-Mill. This isn't sponsored or anything. I've just been really wanting a grain mill for some time now because fresh milled grain is so much better for you than the store-bought kind. So I've been saving up and finally was able to purchase this mill and make some fresh milled things. My friend visited and she made us these wonderful buckwheat pancakes and I could not stop thinking about them. So that was obviously the first thing that I wanted to make when I got my grain mill, and I've been making them almost every day since. They're so easy and my kids love them. I love them, my husband loves them, so they are a huge staple here. I am going to be a little vulnerable here. I don't think I truly realized how much it is required to build our children's character, especially godly character. I think I just expected that it was going to come easier, which is kind of naive, but I nannied for a while. I worked in a school, I worked in a daycare, and I thought I had it all figured out. And when my children came around, I quickly was humbled from the Lord and realized that I do not have it all figured out. And it requires me and my husband to just be really intentional and to really seek the Lord in every aspect of raising our children. In the Mission of Motherhood book I'm reading, it says, offering love and acceptance to children is not always easy, even when we love our children deeply. Sometimes it's tricky to reconcile our duty to train and discipline our children with our need to accept them unconditionally. One thing that has helped me immensely in this regard is the realization that my children are still immature. This may sound obvious, but it's something many parents forget. We often have unrealistic expectations of our little ones living in our adult-oriented culture. When our children fail to meet our expectations, they are doomed to disappoint us and to challenge our own feelings about loving our children unconditionally. We would never expect a monkey to act like a butterfly or a buffalo to behave like a mouse. Why then is it so hard for us to trust God with the design of our children and allow them to be who God made them to be? He created them all differently, and each one reflects this design uniquely. By accepting each child as he or she is, we are not only affirming the excellence of God's perfect design in the lives of our children, but helping them to grow in knowledge of their Heavenly Father's perfect love. And I just think that's so good because I am a mom of 4, ranging from 7 to almost 1 year, and they are all so different. And each year it gets trickier, but also I am now seeing the fruit, a little bit of the fruit anyways, from my oldest son. And as he's maturing more, there's still a lot of immaturity there, obviously, but he is maturing more. And it's just so cool to see what we've been pouring into my son, how the Lord is taking that and molding him into the boy that God has called him to be. It's so important as moms to remind our children that they are made in the image of God, being available for them so they can have heart to heart with us, sharing emotions, truth, training them in prayer, and just to seek God in every aspect of their lives. And that takes a lot of work, Mama, but I just want to encourage you to keep pushing forward because it is worth it, and eventually you will see some fruit. I definitely over fermented this sourdough, so I'm not going to get a beautiful artisan loaf, so I'm going to turn it into the I can't ever pronounce it, so forgive me, but I think it'll pair nicely with the dinner I'm going to create tonight, which I will show you on the next video. So make sure you're subscribed. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, hi friend, I'm so glad you're here. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.